The night sky. Look at that.
The Light Warden is dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Aye, that they have. Her condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though she shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. She must be told. Would you describe it to me, Marie-Angé? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
For however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
Well fought. Let us return home.
Yeah.
The murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments, but whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
Look at you.
Must you always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour?
Was bored. Fine, I think.
Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
Because he also, well, he could probably see how it's affecting me.
You're plotting something.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more. Well, I would quit this place and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done.
Fuck this guy. Buddy, fuck him.
Ah, there is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity, until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name, and by his grace was the calamity averted.
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn, she who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious. With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided. That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods.
But primals.
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
You have spun quite a tale. Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you ask the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers. We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac, we natives of that sundered paradise. Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining? For our world, for our people, for all creation to be made whole again. Wouldn't you wish for the same?
I have no idea if I should even believe that guy, but if what he said is true, how did they even get the power to be eternal? Was it just because of their faith in Zodiac? And they were granted it, like how I was granted Hydaelyn's blessing? That was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. Do you suppose there is any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? Well, only he will know. The recent events plainly warrant further discussion. I think it best that we wait until Alphinaud and the others are present, Emmett Selk included. How convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fano and make certain of the Yomorans withdrawal. After that, Silabo. Blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Oh, just a big ol' hiccup. Fuck. God, look at all these fucking quests. Jesus, criminy. You have returned and unharmed, I see. Indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins we had devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. But here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the V's, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. No problem. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Kitana Revel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. Sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? For our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. Is Runar still here? No, we escorted him back to Slitherbow shortly after he set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we would not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Thank you, Almet. I look forward to a day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then. How they're gonna feel about, or their reaction to the night sky being back.
Ah, you are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong, but we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say, but please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we would hold you in ours. Now and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Warrior Ardbert will be sure to save your world. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I returned with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. Can I tell us about what's happening with the light inside us? Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Raktika Falls, I fear they proved true, and so I must share them with you. From the first when we met at Fort Gon, your ether has appeared, tainted, suffused with an overabundance of light not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Heidelin's blessing. Rather, it was absorbed into your being. Urian J also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain. With every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray inform me at once. You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I've sorted my things here, I will join you. Ow. I wonder what'll happen once we get all of the wardens. Right now we've got these three. This entire area right here is free of the light. What we need now is Amarang and Colusia. And then that last place. We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbow remains relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. And with the night sky returned, their prayers have at last been answered. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I'll not deny there is a part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years I have lived with the Blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Batoya's name as my own. I but pray I did honor to it. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium. The last place we'll end up going is probably all things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alphino and Alizé have yet to arrive. Where's the Exarch? My friends, it's good to see you all again. There's the Exarch. Alphino, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you brought word of the warden hiding in Raktika? Yeah, he's gone. Found and slain, you say? I should have known. Yildmore has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Norvrent to defend them. I'm glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Great Wood. Speaking of Yildmore, what came of your meeting with Valthree? Yes, about that, it proved to be... Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you all are tired as well, having traveled so far. Why don't we all take a much-needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has had time to settle in. I'm gonna be able to have a chat with Ardbert too. Where was the May ready for it? I got the baguette. Oh, the nuts bake. Oh, never mind. I get the nut.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
I must stay the course for the others.
True enough. Packing up and going home isn't really an option, is it? If you don't face the music here, it'll only come and find you there. Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will?
Well, that's what Ifrit said all that time ago, right? You belong to another.
Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascian stock in trade. Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
Meanwhile, in Garlemald, oh god.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear?
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there is work to be done.
These bloodless games make for poor sport. Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again.
In this
My
body.
enemy, my friend.
I was wondering how he got his body, or how he got a body, but I'm guessing they switch bodies a little bit.
I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
So far, Orianje's vision is following its, because they're at a stalemate now. If by the next Light Warden I kill, they say that Garlemald is starting to get pushed back, then it'll be just like his vision. A noise. Gamora? Change. Wrong. I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of Sin Eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. A fighter. I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. You must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The XIV tends to become a point of congregation in times of need. Crowded with those seeking solace and companionship, you would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Don't worry, I'll give them the good suck. Quadrivium. What's happening? Think like a people though. Besides other players, obviously. Few townsfolk are about, and you find none who appear to be in distress. There is. Is there? Only just returned from Amarang, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by Sin Eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, three pairs of hands would be better than one. Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western two? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. Right then. Guessing this is fucking author he's doing. Or would they attack this place in specific? If they weren't, you know, controlled. Also, guessing just because they like are beings of light, I don't think they would be immune to. I don't think they would be like the opposite of vampires, where they can't be in darkness. I assume they'd still be able to function a little bit. Maybe around more powerful Sin Eater. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully. I don't know. Well, where are they then? Are they like inside? Not the Sin Eaters, I mean the people. Guessing they went to hide inside. Just like that elegant barrier.
City sighted! They're coming!
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
I'm gonna be fighting. We ought to join the vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Yep. This has to be what Author's doing. This is like the beginning of a dungeon. Or like entering a dungeon. What lovely weather. Just what we needed. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. The Starian forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the eaters before they are decimated.
Let's give it our all.
All right.
Help is at hand.
I'll protect you. Okay, we got him alive. The others are moving towards Radisca's round. Come on, got it.
Leave the healing to me.
Oh, these guys died. To be fair, I don't think I could have saved them. It's bad here. I should have to think what it's like elsewhere. Come on. Not gonna die on me. If I'm able to, I'm gonna save as much as I can. Shit.
I shall protect you.
You will rue the day you crossed my path.
Oh my god. Oh, hell yeah. Most impressive trick indeed. As if none of your own. Let's make for the imperative, shall we? Gotta go, come on. Someone has made short work of these eaters. And for the unthinked. Sarahs, you'll be glad to know that the locals have all taken shelter. Nevertheless, we cannot allow the eaters to gain any ground. Wait. Let's go. Can't be good. I sent it all. We're too late. No. Oh. Oh, the lead here. All right. Jesus, why is there so many eaters? These eaters are too organized. They cannot merely be acting on instinct. It's as we feared. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide. Drive out the sin eaters. No, you don't. Damn it.
On your feet.
Come on, get over here. Somebody's screaming over there. We got those guys. Goddamn. Keep them away from the injured. Come on. Or eaters. Damn it. Oh no.
I will not be outdone.
Oh my god. What was that? No? Now for you.
If naught else will suffice, my strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
God damn.
The stars shall grant succor.
Let's give them a show. With heart and steel.
Oh god. My god, what was that? What the fuck move did you just use? I'll never just use it anymore. Okay. I think we saved all of them too. Got them all alive at least. Ooh, she's getting better.
There are so many. Ah, God damn it! Leader! Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
My god.
This one is mine!
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Run! Run, damn you!
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
No, no, no! Stay back! Stay back!
Help! Help! Anyone! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy. Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's...
Oh god.
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Yeah, that was definitely an attack by fucking one guy. Seems we've driven them back for the time being at least. The wounded would have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain anyway. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them. But even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. That's know I am. If you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Alright, but... and with that, I'll call it there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.